What if someone live-streamed murder and nobody even noticed? A rideshare driver poisons his passengers one by one, runs over a man in cold blood, feeds 3 tourists to a pack of wild dogs, and still can't break double digits in viewership. This is Spree, the story of how far one desperate nobody will go just to go viral. Meet Kurt.
It's Kurt here from Kurt's World.
He's been creating content for 10 years and has nothing to show for it. His dad is a DJ who never made it either, too busy being high to be a father. His mom raised him alone. And Kurt? He makes beats nobody listens to, runs a channel nobody watches, and even sells merch for a fan base that doesn't exist. It gets worse. When he worked as a babysitter, the kid he was watching, a teenager named Bobby, already had more followers than Kurt ever dreamed of. The only view milestone Kurt's channel ever hit was 2 digits.
I don't even know why I'm making these videos.
But today is the day everything changes. Today, Kurt finally goes viral. He's rigged his dad's car floor to ceiling with cameras, every angle covered. He goes live, calls the stream The Lesson.
It's time to go viral, baby.
And heads out to pick up his first passenger. Frederick gets in, immediately notices the cameras, and gets twitchy. Kurt tells him it's just for safety. Frederick's phone is dead. He's been prepping a speech all day for 3,000 people waiting on him. So he grabs the charger. Once he figures out the stream, he loosens up and starts throwing racist takes into the camera to stir up the chat. It works. Bobby, Kurt's one and only viewer, even drops a $1 donation. Frederick relaxes. Kurt offers him a bottle of water.
Yeah, you know, for your big speech.
But why does the water taste so strange? Frederick starts coughing. He reaches for the door handle. Locked. Kicks at the window. Nothing. The confusion takes him fast, and he goes still. Then we see it. A week-old video Kurt filmed himself, carefully injecting something into each bottle through a pinhole, sealing it with a glue gun.
1 down, lots more to go.
Next order, Andrea. She's a realtor celebrating a closed deal, loading a for sale sign into the trunk. She gets in mid-call with her boyfriend, doesn't glance at the cameras, doesn't look at Kurt. A few minutes in, she reaches for a water bottle without breaking conversation. In the next scene, the woman is already unconscious and Kurt is about to dispose of the body. Kurt pulls up the Spree app on her unlocked phone, Face ID, gives himself 5 stars and a tip, then texts her boyfriend back, "Go to hell, I'm returning my ticket."
It really helps to fend off suspicion.
The next ride is where things get interesting. Kurt accepts a shared trip, which brings in Mario, loud, arrogant, running late for a date, and then at the next stop, Jesse Adams, a stand-up comedian with a real following and a real career. Mario clocks her immediately and starts performing for her. Jesse tries to cancel and walk, but Kurt pulls up alongside her and offers the ride free. How do you say no to free? Back in the car, Kurt cranks one of his own tracks. Mario is unbearable, but he's already onto something bigger. He's Googling Jesse.
Wait a second, you have a huge following?
Jesse says if she were famous, she wouldn't be in a Spree economy. He shoves his phone in her face anyway. Bad move. Jesse pulls out her phone and starts roasting Mario live to her followers. Kurt spots his shot and plugs
Kurt's World 96 here, follow me for the lesson.
Mario snaps, calls her a clout-obsessed bitch. Kurt pulls over and kicks him out. Jesse bails too, grabbing a water bottle on her way out. Kurt shouts that she can't take it. She's already walking. Mario throws one last gross comment her way. She turns around and splashes the water straight into his face. The roast clip hits instantly. 200,000 of Jesse's followers pile on Mario. He starts feeling sick, stops the car, stumbles out.
0 stars for you.
Kurt watches him in the mirror, shifts into reverse, and floors it, then pulls forward and does it again.
Wow, are you guys seeing this?
Gas station. Kurt is wiping down the hood while Bobby sits in the chat calling the whole thing a low-effort fake. Multiple murders, live on the internet, and he hasn't cracked 10 viewers. Bobby gives him an ultimatum: do something actually worth watching or he's out. Time to go bigger. 3 drunk partygoers pile in looking for a wild night. Kurt promises to deliver.
That's
He
fast.
drives them to an abandoned car junkyard, rows of dead cars disappearing into the dark. and convinces the couple in the back to stick their heads out the sunroof while he drives.
Get up there, guys.
Screaming, laughing, streaming it to their own followers, Kurt slowly builds speed.
Oh my God, there's for sure a dead body here.
He tells the girl up front about this place. It belonged to his grandfather. His mom found a crystal here once. He points to it, hanging on the rearview mirror. She thinks it's sweet. Kurt turns on the music and starts to accelerate. But where the hell did that wire above the road come from? The girl tries to warn her friends, and they duck just in time. They almost died, but they find it hilarious.
You're getting 5 stars!
Kurt then asks his passenger to pull out her phone to record this. He closes the sunroof and locks the passengers in tight. He floors it, but there are closed gates ahead. Kurt smashes through them at full speed. The passengers are thrilled, convinced this will rack up a ton of likes. Suddenly, guard dogs surround the car and Kurt stops. The passenger barely manages to close the window in time, but the snarling dogs climb up over the hood and onto the roof of the car. The dogs are tearing them apart. Just then, Kurt buries a power drill into his passenger's eye. 7 people. Still not trending. Kurt calls Bobby to share the news. Bobby missed the whole thing. Bobby tells him to pull up Jesse Adams' stream and take notes. She's live with her grandma and has more viewers than Kurt got from a triple murder.
Should be my audience.
So Kurt drives to Bobby's house. Bobby is not glad to see him. He's not his collaborator, not his friend. And this whole thing is beyond creepy. But Kurt won't leave, so Bobby does what any creator would do. Points his camera at Kurt and lets his followers roast him. The babysitter who never grew up. Kurt pulls out a knife. He rushes Bobby on both their live streams at once.
This shit isn't supposed to be real!
Bobby, bleeding, yanks a gun from the nightstand. Kurt tackles him. The gun goes off. Once, twice, then silence. Kurt slowly turns his camera toward the floor. The chat erupts. Kurt showers in Bobby's bathroom, still streaming. Triple-digit viewers, his all-time record. He switches Bobby's stream feed to his own camera, stealing the audience whole. Puts on Bobby's best outfit. Announces to his new followers that he has a ticket to tonight's Jesse Adams show, and the stream is just getting started. Then his dad texts. Chris is playing a club with Korean DJ Uno tonight. Massive following, and needs a ride. The chat goes crazy for Uno. Kurt goes. The club is dead empty. Uno is furious at the promoter. Chris awkwardly introduces his son and pitches a tag. Uno passes. Chris pushes. Thousands of people are watching right now. This is a real promo opportunity. She half promises a tag. The notification never comes. Kurt walks out. Uno chases him down in the parking lot. She wants a ride to a taco truck. She'll tag him for real this time. Kurt snaps photos of her in front of the truck, her stream at 33,000 live viewers. He goes to stand in line while she waits in the car. She finds his gun, takes some selfies with it, cracks open a water bottle. Kurt comes back to find her unconscious, and 2 cop cars pulling up right behind him. He plays it smooth, drunk girlfriend taking her home. They ask for ID. He's a spree driver. Step out of the car. 1 cop runs a sobriety test on him. The other watches Uno through the window.
Your girlfriend's pretty hot.
Then Uno lurches awake, panicked, completely disoriented, and pulls the trigger. 1 cop drops. The other chases Uno into the night. Kurt gets back in the car and drives. Police chase. Kurt goes the wrong way up the highway, eating fries, stream numbers climbing. He cuts into a homeless camp under a bridge, clips tents, hits something, and the car rolls. Jesse Adams takes the stage.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Kurt looks ready. He survived and made it to the concert. And his gun is already cocked. 30,000 people watching his stream. Jesse opens with the story of her rideshare earlier. The aggressive guy she publicly destroyed. And there was a pathetic taxi driver who begged her to tag his channel.
Oh, please, Lord, tag me.
Kurt is ready to kill her. But then she recognized herself in the taxi driver before she became famous.
Like he was me.
Now Jessie is famous, but because of that, her every move is watched and judged. Her confession touched Kurt, and then Jessie made her announcement. This is her last performance. Tomorrow she's quitting all her social media. After that speech, Kurt's plan turned into a total fail. Jessie smashes her phone to the crowd's cheers, and Kurt runs out of the hall. Spree is offline, shut down citywide. Kurt calls a go-go car. An elderly British driver picks him up and jokes that he's clearly not the psycho killer everyone's searching for. Kurt smiles.
I know.
Jessie's friend tries to get her a Spree home. App's down. Jessie's off social media now. Ignores the warnings blowing up her chat about a driver with a body count. She steps into the first car that pulls up. The driver says he loved her set tonight. She doesn't place him at first. He mentions he's glad she didn't take one of those water bottles earlier. The pieces land.
Kurt's World, remember? Yeah.
This is really weird.
Isn't this weird?
She keeps her voice flat, even apologizes for the bit about the sad driver. Kurt waves it off, says tonight actually taught him something about fame. Why are they heading east? She reaches for her phone.
That to me, that's not gonna work.
What?
Your phone, you broke it during the set, remember?
Kurt has a pitch. He calls it the power of love. If they leaked a private video together, they'd both blow up overnight. She tells him to stop.
I'm taking you home.
This is not the way to my house, Kurt.
My home.
Is he serious? She pulls out her charging cable and whips it around his throat. Kurt stops the car clean. He fights free and puts her down with one punch.
Didn't you listen to me? I said I'm all about love now!
He pulls up to his mom's house, posts a poll to his 55,000 viewers. What do I do with her? The vote isn't close. Kill her. Kurt creeps the car forward. She's not there. Jessie is in the driver's seat. She floors it straight at him. He throws himself clear, reverses, catches him in the headlights. The chat screams at Kurt to run. He sprints across the yard, Jessie right behind him, and she loses control and punches through the wall of the house. Kurt is on her instantly. Jessie grabs the crystal off the rearview mirror and drives it into his neck. Jessie picks up Kurt's camera, asks the 55,000 people watching to please call the police. Then something moves behind the wall. Kurt's dad stumbles in, high, furious about the house. Then he sees the body on the floor. Kurt's mom. He looks at Jessie. She drives the crystal into his neck. Meanwhile, Kurt pulls a gun from the car. His dad's life is over. His DJ career failed. Now his wife is dead too, and he begs to finish him off. So Kurt raises the gun and grants his wish, but only wounds him. And that's when the father realizes maybe he was the one who killed the mother. That's exactly what happened that morning. That's what broke him. But now his father knows too much, and Kurt empties the entire magazine into him. Jessie gets to the car while he's distracted, tries to back out, stalled. Kurt walks toward her, pulls the trigger, dry. She floors it and pins him to the wall. The chat asks the new streamer to go check if he's really dead. Kurt opens his eyes. Jessie was ready. She swings the broken phone into his skull until he stops moving. Then she leans in and takes a selfie. That selfie broke the internet. Jessie Adams became something bigger than a comedian overnight. A symbol. The woman who beat a serial killer with his own phone while 55,000 people watched. As for Kurt, his channel got more subscribers in death than in 10 years of life. Forums dissected every clip. Memes, fan pages, the whole thing. He wanted to be famous. Turns out all it took was losing everything. This was Spree. Don't forget to like, comment on what other movies you want to see on the channel, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next videos.